There's our lady now that comes on here and talks to us. All right. I have it kind of low on my end so that it's not too high over my voice. So hopefully, is that coming through, Teresa? No, I don't know what's going on. Everybody else hears it? Okay. Take a nice deep breath all the way up. Exhale. Bend the knees one more time. Arms come right out to the side. Just lift those knees up. So lifting out and up, pulling that belly in. Lift, lift. Eight. Pull that belly tight. 4, 3. Keep the knees going. Arms come up right overhead. Bring those palms to face the center. You're just going to pull those arms shoulder height down. Pull. 8 more. I want you to feel those biceps. Act like those triceps are hitting a countertop and then coming right back up. 4 more. 2. You're going to add that tiny little torso twist. Reach, reach. So wringing out the waistline. Give yourself that little tiny crunch right there into those sides. 8, 7, 6, 4, 2, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab your weights. So you're going to start with those heels together, toes out in that narrow V, a little V. Zip all the way up through your inner thighs. Squeeze those cheeks. Shoulders down, just lift. Lifting right up to shoulder height, up. So this is just getting your mind right, connecting to the body, working into the upper body, but we are going to add the lower part of the body as well. You're going to ground through that left foot, and as those arms lift, you're going to lift that right leg out to the side. So you're going to lift, lower. Bring the heels back together. No flopping. I would rather have you just tap the toe out to the side and then zip it back in than to fling around crazy. 2. Hold that arm and leg up and pulse. So you've got to brace that core super tight. Pull that belly button all the way into your spine. Find something to stare at. Arms and legs are pulsing. Last 8. That foot's going to come in and you're going to go back to those single lateral lifts, just the upper body, lower. You should have felt that release in the arms. Good job. 4 more, and then you're going to add that left leg. So start bracing through that right. Here we go. It's down. Lift. So zip those heels back together in the center. Squeeze. Lift. squeeze. 4, 3, hold up, pulse. This is your second set right here. Arms are our main focus. So if it's too much with the leg, just drop the toe and keep working the arms. 8, 7, good job. 6, nice and tiny, nice and tight. 4, 3. Foot's gonna come in. Single lateral raises, lower, lift. Those upper bodies should be warmed up now. 4, 2, and 1. Lower those arms, roll those shoulders, shake it out. We're gonna keep those feet together in that narrow V. Arms are gonna come close right here. You're framing your face, so no teepees, no Vs. I want you to have parallel forearms. They're lifted shoulder height. You've got that nice 90-degree, open and close. Press, press. So we're gonna do something very similar. This time the feet will sweep forward. I want you to think about inner thigh and quad. So you're gonna slightly have that knee turned out, not yet, so that you can feel the inner thigh engage as you lift. Or you're just gonna slide that toe in front. So this set, that right foot will sweep forward as you close the elbows towards each other. Here we go. So it's out and lift, out and lift. So it's just tiny. I don't care if you just tap that toe. I want that leg straight, squeezing from the top of the leg down through those toes. Open, lift, and close. 4, 3, 2, hold it in, pulse. So you've got that slight rotation, slightly opening up, so you're lifting. Feel that inner thigh engage. Tiny, tiny. I don't care how big that pulse is. I just want you doing a little squeeze, causing that tiny movement. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring that foot in, open and close. You should feel those biceps, those shoulders. You're squeezing into the back, pinching those shoulder blades towards each other. Close and open. So this time, as you open the arms, that left leg will sweep forward. And 4, 3, 2. All right, this time, close, open, and sweep. So we're gonna move this way. So the leg lifts as the arms open up. Good. Brace through that standing leg. Pull that belly in. Hold them out and up. Pulse. Squeeze, squeeze. Everything's tight. Up, up. Pull that belly in. 8. 4, 3, 2. Bring that foot in. Single overhead presses up and down, up and down. Stopping at those shoulders, keeping nice wide elbows up. Four, 3, 2, and one, all the way down. Roll those shoulders, keeping those feet together. You're gonna bend the knees and hinge the body forward. So no arching, no rounding. I want you to have a nice flat spine. I want you pulling that tummy in nice and tight so you've got that long spine. Shoulders are down, palms face each other. You're just going to lift, lower. So pinch those shoulder blades together. Find something to look at beyond those toes. Like you're a bird flying through the air. You've got that slight bend in those elbows. Brace through that left foot. That right leg is going to just go back to the back. So you've got a bend in the front leg, straight right leg back. Now you can keep the leg just straight back there nice and tight, or lift it as you open the arms up to the side. Lift. Hold the leg up, just the arms up and down, up, down. Four more. 3, 2, bring that foot down, just the arms. While you're doing the arms, set that left leg back, squeezing, good. All right, add that left leg lift, lift. Nice job, ladies. Up, down, up, down. Pull those bellies in. 4, 3, 2. Hold the leg up, just the arms. Good, finding that balance. Nice and controlled with your movements. Up and down, up and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot down. Stand tall, roll those shoulders out. All right. I want you to put both weights in that right hand. We're gonna work into our core standing here for a little bit. So I want that arm straight up overhead. One weight, both weights, no weight, all right? You're gonna have to brace through that left leg. That right knee is gonna drive up to meet the elbow and down, lift and lower. So you're just squeezing, giving yourself that little tiny crunch in the middle. So I don't want you fully grounding the back, just a little bit. I want that arm in nice and narrow, close to the head. So you're still working upper body. 2. All right, hold it up. Tiny little squeezes in the center, tiny little crunches right here. Good job. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Take that knee out to the side. Now, palms are going to face front. You're going to lift out to the side. Think hip bone to rib cage. Lift, lower. So pinch into that waistline. Lift, lower. Four more singles. You're squeezing through that standing cheek. Hold it up and pulse. Up, up, up. Tiny little pinches right there into that waist. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Release. Switch hands. Same thing. Point that left toe. Here we go. Singles in the center. Up, down. Tiny little crunch and lower. Straighten that arm at the top. Squeeze. Three, two. Now up and hold, tiny pulses. Up, 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 squeeze. You should feel the quad. You're working into that oblique, front of the abs here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Palm face forward. Knee goes out to that side. Lift. Good. Ground through that standing leg. Keep nice control. Lift and squeeze. 4 more. 3. Hold it up. Tiny little squeezes. Good job. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last little bit. Put a weight in each hand. Step those feet wide, toes out, heels towards each other. Bend those knees. I want those hands with the weights or without them to come right behind your hips. You're just going to reach right and left, right and left. So squeezing in to that waist, keeping those shoulders pulled back, chest stays open. So you don't have to be super deep in your bend. Squeezing, squeezing. Back and tailbone against that wall. Belly's in nice and tight. Reach, 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 reach. Last 8, 7, 6, 5. Really pinch. Try and get that hip bone to that rib cage. 3, 2, and 1. Lose the weights. If you've got the loop band, you're going to put that loop band up above those knees. So we're going to be up and down here. We're going to start standing with our surface, and then we're going to drop to the mat, and then we're going to repeat, okay? So we're going to do several different things. If you don't have the band, you're going to have to consciously be squeezing as tight as you can, creating that resistance so you stay in a tight working zone. The band really just keeps you in that working zone. So 2 key things. 1, you want the band flat on your legs. You don't want it rolling. If it starts to roll or move, you're moving too big, okay? So if you don't have a band, you just imagine you've got that on and you're pushing out against it. You've got to create that resistance so you're not moving super big. I like the bands because it makes you stay tight. So you need to stand, have some resistance on your band. You're probably maybe just outside your hips. Hands are long, on your surface, arms are long. You're going to shoot those hips back into a hinged over squat. All right? Weights in your heels, tummy's in tight, just pulse it down. Tiny, tiny, tiny. So we're going to think about the right leg first. All right, so everything we're doing right now, we're going to be working a little deeper into that right side. However, you will feel the standing leg, standing side as well. So don't be alarmed by that. Tiny little pulses. Tummy's in tight. 8 more. 7, 6, 5. You're going to hold it low in 4, 3, 2, hold it low. Hips are pushing back. Just press that right side out. Out. Only the right side. Bracing through that left side. I'm just facing you guys so you can see that I'm just pressing out, out, out. I want you to feel that outer thigh, outer glute on that one side, yes? 8, good. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. All right, stay low. Bring those forearms to your surface. You may have to step in a few inches. Left knee stays bent. Extend that right leg back. Lift. Up. Good. So you are square. Those hip bones are even. Those shoulders are even. You're just lifting slightly till you feel that glute catch. Up, down. You've got a nice bend in that standing leg. Four more singles. Hold that leg up, tiny pulses. Up, up. Really lengthen that leg. Point that toe. Take that knee and lock it. Squeeze, squeeze. Good. It's up at your highest point, and you're squeezing that butt cheek to try and make it lift a little higher. Up. Squeeze, squeeze. Scoop that belly in. Take any arch out of that back. 8, 7. Standing side should be burning too. 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, and done. Come down onto your left hip on your mat. Right leg's your top leg. This is going to be very important. You're on your forearm. You've got space between your ear and your shoulder, so we're not dropping and dumping and relaxing. We're lifting. Tummy's in. You're going to bring those knees so you create that L shape, that 90-degree angle with your body. Toes and heels together. Just lift that top knee up and down. So don't close all the way. You've got to keep the resistance on that band. If you don't have it, keep your arm leg up. You're moving maybe 2 or 3 inches up, down. Now those feet can stay on that mat, or you can lift them. Thank you. Keep those knees in line. Keep that angle up, down. 4 more. You should still be working that right side. 2. All right, hold that knee up, tiny little pulses. Up, 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 up. So look at your legs. Your knees are in line. We're going to get ready to extend that leg here in a second. That bottom foot can drop to the mat if you need to, but I want those knees to stay in line. So that leg's not going to go out to the side. It's going to stay forward in that L. 4, 3, 2. Extend that right leg out and pulse it up. Now, if you need to drop, also hold behind that calf or that hamstring to keep that leg forward. You can help yourself out, keeping that form. Don't dump into that arm. 8. You guys should feel a deep burn right here. Yes? Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Don't drop that leg. Tiny circles forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you can drop it. Come on to your knees. We're going to go into plank here. So shoulders over those wrists. Curl those toes and come up to high plank. Now at any time, you can drop that left knee for support or stay on the toes. Right leg only, you're going to tap that foot out, in. Squeeze that glute. So you're either on your toes tapping or that left knee can be down. Your body's still shifted forward in that plank, working into the entire body. Tap, out, in. You're squeezing that cheek as you tap that foot out. Good job. 4, 3, 2. Hold that plank. Hold it. Hold it, hold it. This is your recovery right here. Keep that right foot flexed. Lift that leg. Pulse it. Good job. Don't let that body pike up to a mountain. Drop that knee if you need to. Keep that nice long spine. Good job. 8. That body shifted forward. Nipple line in line with those thumbs. 3, 2, 1. Place that foot down. Drop those knees. Come to all fours. If you need to take a quick stretch back, you can. We're going to go into hydrants with that right leg. So here's the key. I don't want you guys leaning into the left and lifting that body. That leg only lifts as high as you can, keeping that body completely square. So those shoulders are stacked over those wrists. Those hip bones are facing down. Balancing on that left side. If you need to separate those hands a little bit, you can. Lift that right leg up. 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 Good job. Lifting, lowering. Find that spot. Stare down right there beyond those fingertips. 4, 3, 2. Hold the leg up, tiny pulses. Up, up. Good job. Squeeze. So this should be rising all the way up that side, right? Good job. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower it down. Point that right toe. We're going to press those toes up to the ceiling. Scoop that belly. Press. Press. So I want you thinking about hamstring and glute right here. You want that heel curled in towards that glute. Keeping it engaged the whole time. Up, up. Four more. 3. Scoop that belly. Don't arch the back. Hold those toes up, tiny pulses. If you've got the band, you're just doing little presses on that band. Up. That glute and hamstring should be burning right now. Last 4, 2, and 1. lower it. Sit into that hip. Roll yourself back onto your toes and come back up. Repeating the same thing. Other side, starting with that chair. Hands on that surface. Shoot those hips back into that hinge squat. Tiny pulses. Pull that belly in. Good job. 8. Weight is in your heels. You should be able to wiggle those toes. Feel everything in the back side. 4, 3, 2. Hold it low. Left knee presses out. Out. Good job. Press. Press. Brace through that right side. Press out. 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 8. 3, 2. Hold it. Shift that body onto those forearms. You have to walk those feet in a few inches, you can. Extend that left leg back. You've got a deep bend in that right leg. Point that left toe. Lift, lower, up, down. Lifting and lowering. Squeeze that glute from the top through that big toe. Four more singles. Up. 2. Hold that leg up. Tiny pulses. Up. So if you've got the band and you're pressing out against the band, you guys should feel that hamstring start to burn like somebody's pressing something on it. Press, squeeze. So the pulse is all coming from that contraction of that glute muscle. Eight more. 7. 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that foot down. Come down onto that right hip. Forearms pressing it into the mat or the floor. Lift everything up. Bring those knees in. Create that angle. Tummy's in tight. Remember, no dumping. Stay lifted. Toes and heels together. Up, down, lift. So this movement is small, especially if you've got that band. You want no slack to come into that band. You want to keep that tension the whole time. You can stay on the floor. You can lift those toes and heels up. Up slightly on that diagonal. 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Tiny pulses up. Up, 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 up. Squeeze, squeeze. 8 more. 7. Extend that top leg out. Drop that bottom foot if you need to. Pulse that leg up, 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 up. So you should feel the back of that leg. It's tight. It's straight. I don't care if it's low. Just keep it pressed forward. Lift, lift. Knees are in line. 8. Tummy's in. 4, 3. Don't drop that leg. 2. Tiny circles forward. 8. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Come to your hands and knees. Stack those shoulders over those wrists. Take those feet out. Curl those toes. Come into that high plank. You can drop the right knee if you need to or stay on the toes. Left leg taps out. In. Out. In. Shift that body forward. I want you guys working that whole entire body. Tap out. In. Squeeze through that glute all the way out to the bottom of that foot. Out, in, out, in. Good job. Now listen, if you're on that knee, that body's shifted forward. So you still have that cornhole board shape to your back, working into that upper body and that core. Four more. Hold that plank. You're resetting right here. You're going to lift that left foot in 4, 3, 2. Lift that leg. Piney pulses up. Squeeze, squeeze. Tight glute out through that big toe. Eight more. Last 4. Squeeze everything. 2. Drop that foot. Hold that plank for 8. 4, 2, and 1. Bend those knees, all 4s. If you need to take that quick stretch back, you can. Now remember, you're stacking over those wrists. So I don't want anybody back here. I don't want you forward. I don't want you arched. I don't want you round. You've got a nice tabletop. Point that left toe. Lift that leg up. Up. So I just don't want you guys dumping into the right side. If it's too much, come to your elbows. You've got that option too. I just want you to try and keep everything square, stable, working that one side. Lift. It's not about the height. Remember, it's just finding that catch. Squeeze. Four more, and then you're going to hold it up and pulse. 3. Hold it up and pulse it. Up, up, up. Remember, this is tiny. I want you to start to feel it come all the way up that side. Squeeze, squeeze. Good job. Squeezing through the glutes, squeezing through the waist, squeezing through the legs. Pressure on that upper body. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Point that toe. Quick stretch. Brace yourself. Here we go. We'll rest those toes up. So you may not drop that knee all the way to the mat. Just drop. Don't let it come lose that tension in that band if you're using it. If you're not, I do want you to stay up on that top half of the working zone. Make that leg fight gravity and not go all the way down. Up. Squeeze and lower. You've got that heel curled into your glute, working into that hamstring as well. Lift. Four more. Three more. That glute's so tight. Hold it up. Tiny pulses. Up, up. Squeeze, squeeze. Scoop that belly. Take that arch out of your back. Nice, long, flat back. Balancing that tray of hot coffee or tea or beautiful crystal champagne flutes full of your champagne. You don't want them to fall off your back. Keep everything tight. Good job. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more. 3, 2, and lower it down. Sit into that hip. You're just going to roll right onto your glutes and roll back onto your back. So if you've got that band, I want it to go around the arches of the feet, flat. If you don't, you're going to keep hard flex in your foot. Those hands are going to come behind the the back of the head. Now listen, remember your most important thing is that back stays pressed on that mat. All right? So I want you to lift those feet to tabletop. You're going to extend that left leg and pull that right knee in. Press that back into the mat. You're just going to crunch up and down, slowly lifting a little bit and lowering a little bit in the legs. You've got tension. If you don't have the band, you're doing the same thing. Hard flex in your feet. So this band is allowing you to use the resistance to dig deep in the one side as you're doing your crunches up and keep that other leg nice and long, up and down. Lift and lower. Up. 2 more, up and down. Hold this one up, tiny little pulses, up, up, up. Now you should feel the quad of that right leg that's bent. Good job. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 4, press that on that band. 3, you're working in opposition. Lower it down, switch those legs. Extend that right leg, fight, pull that left knee in. Press that back into that mat. Here we go, singles. Up and down. Little lift up, a little lower down. So those legs are not moving too terribly big. Squeeze into that core. As long as that back keeps that spine imprinted, it does not matter how high you lift up. Good, and lower. Squeeze and lift. Lower down. Hard flex if you're not using the band. Lower. Lift. And lower. So really the only thing lifting up off the back, off the mat, is the tops of those shoulders and shoulder blades. Up and down. Lift and lower. 2 more, and you're gonna hold it up. Lift and lower. You're gonna hold this one up and tiny pulses. Up, up, up. You guys should feel that burn in that core. Squeeze. Up, 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 up. 8, 7, 6, 5. Press that back into the mat. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Draw those knees into your chest and rock side to side. All right, you're gonna extend that left leg long. Hold that right knee in nice and tight to your chest and lift those toes up to the ceiling. Grab behind that hamstring or that calf and pull that leg closer to your chest, trying to keep it as straight as you can. You can lift that head, neck, and shoulders up off that mat, nose going towards that knee. And lower that head if it's lifted. Now carefully take that right leg over to the left side, keeping both those shoulder blades on that mat, and just get that nice twist and stretch into that, right? You can stay, you can bend, you can straighten, whatever feels good. Just don't lift those shoulders off that mat. Now carefully lift yourself up and keep that knee bent. And I want you to take that leg out to the right side. The right hand can hug that knee. Pull it up slightly towards the armpit, stretching into that inner thigh. Bring that knee into center and float it out to meet the left. Draw that left knee in, hug it in nice and tight. Extend those toes to the ceiling, grab behind the hamstring or calf or both, and pull that leg closer to the chest. Lift that head if you'd like. Lower that head. Now carefully let that leg float over to that left side. You can bend it, keep it straight, whatever you need to do to get that nice stretch. Keep those shoulder blades on that mat so your upper body is facing that ceiling still. Now carefully bring it up to the center. Left hand takes that left knee and take that leg out to the side. Give it a little tug up towards the armpit area, stretching into that inner thigh. Carefully bring that knee back into the center. Bring the right knee in to meet it. Hands go behind those knees and just rock yourself up to seated. Extend those legs long. Point those toes. Take a nice deep breath and round forward towards those legs. Reaching for the shins, ankles or bottoms of those feet. Pull that belly button nice and tight into your spine and roll yourself up to center. Roll those shoulders down and back. Flex those feet, curling those toes towards those knees. Take a nice deep breath, and one more time, round forward, reaching for the shins, ankles, or bottoms of those feet. Just feel the difference in the back of those legs with a flexed foot versus a pointed foot. Pull that belly in nice and tight. Slowly roll yourself up to seated. Bend those knees and roll forward onto your toes. Open those knees up. Of course, you've got to do this. Drop those hips nice and low and just rock side to side. I want you to press those palms into the floor mat in front of you, keeping those feet flat. You're going to shoot those hips up to the ceiling and straighten those legs. Turn those toes to face the front. All right, I want you to lift that chest. So fingertips are on that floor. Chest is lifted. Back is long. Lift those arms up into a nice V next to your head and hinge that body up, keeping that torso nice and long. Just feel the back of the legs help you lift up to standing. And exhale. Bring those feet together. Bend those knees. Take a nice deep breath up. And exhale. And give yourself a round of applause. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Jody. That was great.